Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a very quick tutorial on exactly how I get my summer bronzed look. So as you can see, I'm looking very bronzy in today's look. And this is something that I started doing about like a month ago, where I would just go really heavy on the bronzer, really heavy on kind of the contour, and then leave my eyes as natural as possible. And it's just something that I keep doing and I really enjoy. So if you like this look and want to see how it's done, please feel free to keep watching. To go ahead and prep my skin for this look, I'm going to start with the Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. Next, I'll use Laura Makeup Lab's The Real Tea, which is a gel mattifying primer. And I'm going to place this right where I get very oily on my face. And then just to continue with the prepping, I am going to use Tarte's Vegan Lip Sip Oil. I am going to do my lips today, but this will at least keep them somewhat moisturized while I color outside of the lines. And before we go ahead and lay down my tinted moisturizer, I want to actually use Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is in the color 3. This is essentially going to help me get that kind of glowy skin look underneath my foundation, which is one of my favorite ways to use this product. So I'm just going to put this on the high points. And I'm not going to use too much just because I am pretty dewy or oily for the most part, so I'm just going to avoid overdoing it too much, but I still want a little bit on my face because, you know, it's the summer and we can afford to be a little bit more on the glowy side. So I'm just gonna lightly press this in with a foundation brush. And then onto tinted moisturizer. So this is Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer in the color Saint Moritz. Just 3 oops. When you're using a tinted moisturizer and you're a little bit more on like the oily side like me, don't use this for extreme coverage because you'll basically end up with like very oily skin because you're basically adding more and more moisturizer to your face. So generally speaking, when I use a tinted moisturizer and I feel like I have spots to conceal, I will use a bit more concealer to kind of help me balance that out, but I will never ever double up on a tinted moisturizer layer. To go in with my concealer, I'm going to use Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind in the color Sand. And we'll kind of go a bit heavier on the under eyes. Just generally where I might need some coverage. I always need a bit of coverage right around my nose. And then I have like this lovely pimple here, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit there just to help with that. That guy appeared one day when I woke up. It was really nice. I'm just gonna go in with the same brush and over that area where I have that pimple, instead of like blending it in, I'm really gonna kind of press the product in. And I am going to lightly contour my face first before we go in with a lot of bronzer. So I'm going to use, this is Nars's Sunkissed Bronzing Cream in the color Laguna. I think this actually came out this year. It's actually a very recent release from them, and ever since I got it, I've really enjoyed this. It's very comparable to the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate, but like half the price. So I would definitely recommend going out and picking this up. I just really enjoy how it contours. It's pigmented enough that it does add a little bit, but not so much that it's like kind of a little bit too harsh, if that makes sense. By the way, this is one of my favorite brushes. This is from Laruce. This is their LR332, which you can pick up in the Lupe set, which is exclusively at Nordstrom. So would recommend it. I'm just going to use my foundation brush and just lightly buff this all in With my cheekbones, I'm going to go back towards my ear. And then here, just lightly kind of pushing that into my skin. And then we're going to lightly set everything with powder using Ciate's Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. Definitely one of my favorite loose powders on the market. Swirl that in there. And I'm going to press this right under my eye and also right where I want to lay down my powder bronzer. And this is the part where we get very bronzy. This is Jouer's bronzers in the medium to deep duo. So it has two different shades. You can kind of tell one is like more for bronzing and then one is a little bit deeper, and this is like really great for contouring. So lately what I've really enjoyed doing is taking kind of a brush that's a bit more like dense, I guess you could say. So this is the Zoeva 126 Luxe Cheek Finish, but I'm going to go ahead and go into this orange shade first. I'm really going to pick that up, and pretty generously too. Tap off any extra, and then I'm going to place this not underneath my cheekbone, but really kind of on my cheekbone to start creating that like sun-kissed, kind of just exactly where the sun would hit your face, and start bronzing. So a little bit higher up than your cheekbone, or underneath your cheekbone. This is a really soft and highly pigmented bronzer, so I feel like you don't need to use it very much before you start to really see an effect. And this is a product that has been sitting in on my vanity for like a while, and I feel like when I first got it, I didn't appreciate it as much, and now I absolutely love it. So it's the perfect amount of like a satin finish, so it gives you just this like gorgeous bronze glow without like looking too shiny, but it's not matte, so it doesn't look like kind of dead. So I really, really love this product, especially for summer. So just kind of going here. You can always add a touch more if we want to, just by the hairline a bit to help bronze everything. My hair is flying everywhere right now. I think we can go with a little bit more. So when I say bronzy look, I mean really bronzy. So I'm going to keep building this up. For the next step, I'm going to take the LR342. This is also from Laruce, comes in the same set as this brush. But you can tell it's like a different shape than the first bronzer brush that I went in with, because I want something that's a bit more tapered, a bit more fluffy to do like more of the bronzing, if you will, on my face. So definitely two different kinds of brushes for bronzing. So now we're going to go in with this deep shade here. I'm going to pick this up. So you can definitely tell the difference, right, in terms of color. Like one's definitely quite a bit more cool toned, one is definitely a bit more warm. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go underneath my cheekbone and really kind of just go ham on this one. And I'm actually going to bring it a bit closer to my mouth, only because I have a really large face. So I'm trying to kind of create the illusion of making it look slightly narrower. So under the cheekbone mostly, and then into the face. And I always start towards the back and blend in. And then this one I will also kind of just along the jawline and a teensy bit along the hairline as well. I love this. It looks so bronzy, so summery. I really, really enjoy it. We're going to continue on with our complexion. Next, we'll use Jouer's Blush Duo in the color Adore, I guess. So it has two different shades, Adore Me and Hold Me. And I'm just going to blend both of these together because I enjoy both of the shades. I'm really kind of just going over the bronzer to bring a little bit of warmth back into my skin. So we're really kind of layering just a ton of cheek products with this look. And I always just take whatever's left over on the brush and kind of just lightly tap my forehead. I don't know. I just enjoy that look, but and a little bit on my nose, just across the bridge. And now for highlight, because this is going to be quite glowy, I'll use KKW Beauty's Champion Pressed Highlighter. So I wanted a highlight that was a bit more on the bronzy champagne side. Not anything that has too much of like a icier finish to it or a more cool toned finish to it, just because I want to keep this look as warm as possible. If you feel like your products are not necessarily blending in super well together or very like seamlessly together, you can always take your powder brush and just lightly kind of dust over everything to really get it all seamless. Okay, and that is pretty much the complexion. We'll move on to eyebrows and eyes next. So for eyebrows, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Brow Lift pencil in Natural Brown. And then to kind of lift my brows and give them that like fluffier look, I'm going to be using Tom Ford's Fiber Brow Gel. This is in the color Taupe. And I'm just going to really kind of comb this up and really get it sticking up here. Eyes are going to be super simple today, mostly just because, again, with like a very glowy, bronzy look, I don't want to do anything that's like too extreme, if that makes sense. So just dipping back into my bronzer, and I'm going to mix both of these shades actually for my eyes, just because, why not? And then for this, I'm just putting this into my crease, but I am going to bring it further out than I normally do, kind of just this way, to help also continue with that contouring effect of kind of just helping lift my eye. So you can kind of tell the difference between this eye and this eye already. This one is starting to look like it's a little more alive, if that makes sense. Same thing on the other eye. And just a bit on the outer edge as well. And then to continue helping with the opening of my eye, I am going to take that highlight, the KKW Beauty one, and I'm just going to take that just right into this area. I love doing this because it really kind of takes all of your products that you have and really brings everything together for a very almost like monochromatic look, which I just find really nice for summer. I'm going to just take a little bit of whatever is left over on my crease brush and just lightly graze over my under eye, just to bring a little bit of the continuity here. And then I'm going to put on loads and loads of mascara, and I'll be right back. So mascara is on, and I only put on 6 like coats of it, so but I'll tell you guys what I use. So I first went in with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer, which unfortunately is being discontinued as Marc Jacobs line goes away. So I am on the hunt for a new mascara primer. If you have any recommendations, also leave them in the comment box below. And then I layered KVD Beauty's Go Big or Go Home mascara, which I really enjoy. And then over that, I put Tom Ford's Badass mascara. So this one I really feel like just kind of helps with the brush in terms of like separating out your lashes and really kind of giving you that length, the big kind of wide-eyed look, which I really like pairing with such a natural eye that kind of goes along with this whole very like natural summer glowy bronzy look. So, okay, let's continue on with lips. So, of course, I am reaching for my absolute favorite Alamar Cosmetics lip liner and the lip gloss. Lip liner is in the color Dulce, and then in the color Coqueta for the lip gloss. And I'm just going to slightly overline my lips here too. Lip gloss. Alright, so that pretty much concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That was really kind of just showing how I place my bronzer now. I definitely, during the summer, go way heavier on my bronzer application than I do during like the winter time, just because I feel like it's the summer. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this look. It's really very simple to achieve something as fun as this, and if you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you guys in our next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Oh, you know what? We should get Taco Bell. Let's get Taco Bell for dinner. Okay. What do I want from Taco Bell? Oh, chalupa. Quesarito. Yeah. Oh, maybe nachos.